I'm Matt Ofjosh, here at the newsroom at Humber's North Campus. It's Wednesday, March 14th. Here's what's making news. Theoretical physicist, best-selling author, and pop culture icon Stephen Hawking is dead. He was 76. Noted for a rare early onset form of ALS, he continued to educate and make scientific discoveries despite his paralysis.
As you can imagine, I am very excited. I have been wheelchair-bound for almost 4 decades, and the chance to float free in zero-G will be wonderful.
At 21, Hawking was given only 2 years to live, but he surpassed doctors' estimates by living another half-century. Over the decades, his paralysis worsened, leaving him immobile. He was able to communicate through a cheek muscle attached to a speech-generating device, leading the way in cosmology, including his most famous book, A Brief History in Time. It was only fitting that Stephen Hawking was able to experience zero-G. Hawking's humor was also evident with his appearances in shows like The Simpsons. Cambridge College, where Hawkins taught, lowered its flags to half-mast.
He was a fellow, and so we had, like, every time he was spotted in town, there'd be a huge rush to get tickets for dinner that night in case he was going to turn up, because everyone wanted to be at dinner when Stephen Hawking was there. So it's kind of a huge impact in terms of just having an academic who's actually publicly known, because I feel like it's not normal to have an academic who's on that level of celebrity.
Hawking was admired by the Pope and many other world leaders. He was a world-renowned scientist whose contributions have advanced humanity's efforts in many aspects of science. Hawking's death came not only on Pi Day, but also on the birthday of Albert Einstein. Students across the U.S. walked out of class to mark the month anniversary of the Stoneman Douglas school shooting tragedy. To honor the 17 victims who were killed in the rampage, students walked out for 17 minutes. They are demanding change amid the ongoing American debate over gun control. The students are asking Congress to ban assault weapons, include universal background checks, and to pass a gun violence restraining order law. This law will allow courts to disarm people who display warnings of violent behavior. On March 24th, kids and parents involved in March for Our Lives will walk the streets of Washington, demanding safety from gun violence in schools. Toronto Police Services provided an update on the murder of Dwayne Anthony Vidal. After reviewing the building's security footage, police said Vidal was walking in the 19 Mount Olive Drive area when he was shot. Police say a man approached Vidal from the opposite direction and, as he was passing, he pointed a firearm and began shooting. Police released stills from the security video of the suspect and his vehicle, hoping to get the public's help in identifying him.
The video depicts this individual walking around the entire complex just before the shooting occurred. After the shooting, this individual is observed running away and entering a white vehicle which appears to have been parked a short distance away. Today we'll be releasing still images that depict this individual and the white vehicle that is used to flee the scene.
Police say the man then ran towards Silverstone Drive and continued running north. The 2018 World Happiness Report is out. Prepared by United Nations Sustainable Development Solutions Network, the report ranks 156 countries on happiness levels. Despite the harsh climate and dark winters, Finland is the world's happiest country. Income, life expectancy, social support, social freedom, generosity, and GDP per capita are key variables used to score countries in the rankings. The top 10 positions are held by the same countries as in the last 2 years, but with some swapping places. Following Finland are Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Switzerland, Netherlands, Canada, New Zealand, Sweden, and Australia. Professor Jeffrey Sachs of New York's Columbia University cited multiple issues for the United States' drop on the list.
We obviously have a social crisis in the U.S. and a health crisis. The social crisis is more inequality, less trust, less confidence in government. This is pretty stark in the U.S. And at the same time, the health crisis is we have an opioid epidemic, an obesity epidemic, a major depressive disorder epidemic, depression. So the signs are not good for the U.S. that richer and richer, but not getting happier.
The United States came in at 18th place, down from 14th last year. Britain was 19th, and Burundi came in last. The report was released ahead of the United Nations World Happiness Day on March 20th. That's all for today. Remember, you can head to humbernews.ca anytime for all the day's news and much more. Humber News is written and produced by students in the journalism program. Our technical crew are students in the broadcast videography program. I'm Matt Ofchash. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time.